Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Pup. We're back for week 3 of the LPDL Little Cup low tier draft league. This week we are facing off against Drees. If you guys do enjoy the Little Cup draft content, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Do very much appreciate it. We're facing off against Drees, like I said, who's one of the rivals of the channel. Don't think I've beaten him a single time. We've had a lot of very good games, a lot of close ones. And yeah, I need to get my revenge, especially in my format. Although my team is significantly worse than theirs. They have one of the strongest teams in the league with stuff like Magnemite. Round 1 was really strong. For some reason, I left Munchlax in tier 2, which I think is just stupid. Sandile is very strong. Skrelp is a Pokemon that I really wanted to use on my squad. I think Toxic Spikes are great against me, so it looks crazy. I don't think Cacnea is a real Pokemon. I don't respect it. Shuppet can be scary. Can hit me with like Poltergeist plus Shadow Sneak, which is hard for me to switch into. They Terra Poliwag, which is a very fast Pokemon for the format. And you know, any Terra can hit me pretty hard depending on what kind of coverage they run. But I think that their Oshawott is going to be the Terra because you guys know Drees. I mean, they like their Samurai, so they must like their Oshawott as well. So I assume that Pokemon comes with Terra. Looks very strong, has a lot of great coverage into me. It has decent bulk with an Eviolite. They also have a Tarantula, which cannot set up sticky webs, but it can, like, first impression, do a lot of kind of annoying stuff with that, although I do think it is pretty slow. And then they have a Bounce Sweet as well, which can rapid spin for them. It can also probably do a couple other interesting things, but it's a tier 5. What are the odds that it actually comes in this game? So let's look at what I'm bringing for this week. First up, we're going to start off with our Teddiursa. It's the best Pokemon on my team, in my opinion, or like the best offensive threat that I have on my team, for sure. So Facade Crunch, Close Combat, Trailblaze looks insane. Trailblaze is always great, even though I get the Toxic or the Quick Feet boost to my speed, already giving me that 1.5 times boost once that Toxic Orb comes up. Really nice to be able to outrun these Scarfers, like I assume Sandile can be a Scarfer, maybe Poliwag, Oshawott, all those things can very easily be scarfed in this game. So it'll give me an extra way to outrun that. Close Combat, which destroys the Magnemite. And then Facade is great versus their team Crunch for the Shuppet. We were running like the normal EV spread that I've ran all the time. Little Cup EVs are really weird, so if you see some weird numbers, that's why. Next up, we got our Blitzel here with a Life Orb. I can actually switch in decently to the Magneton because I resisted dual stabs. And then I have Double Kick or Flame Charge that do a lot of damage, especially with the Life Orb boost. We have Supercell Slam, which is great versus their team. They don't have a great switch in besides that Sandile, which I think is going to either be Choice Scarf and have a really hard time switching straight in on my Blitzel, or they're going to be like a lead and I'll get it out of the way super early in the game. But I do have Double Kick for it, just in case I need it, which might be able to knock them out if they are Focus Sash. Don't expect that to be the lead, but it is a possibility. But yeah, very offensive physically this week, which is really strong for us. We are intentionally 0 HP IVs to be a Life Orb number, just so we take less recoil. Doesn't mean we're a little bit less bulky at the very beginning, but it doesn't really matter because the only thing we're switching into is that Magnemite. And with Motor Drive, we get an extra speed boost. So if we take that electric type move, and then we're faster than even Scarfers on their squad, which is really, really great for us. Yeah, it looks really strong. I think we'll just spam Volt Switch once that Sandile goes down, and we'll be in a good position. Next up, we have our Hippopotas with a Custap Berry this week. I am actually really enjoying running Custap in some of these leagues. I think it's pretty strong. We endure down to it, and then we just click like a free Earthquake versus their team. They have no switch-ins if that Shuppet does not come. If they do have it, I mean, we get our free Stealth Rocks up in general. We also can Body Press into the Munchlax. So this is like my first instinct to switch in on the Munchlax, but I can also obviously switch it in on the Magnemite as well. Looks pretty solid in that regards. But yeah, free like Earthquake versus their team, just free easy damage. Also, the Sandstream is pretty nice to be able to chip down a lot of stuff on their squad, especially the Munchlax, because it is hard for me to beat if they are like a Curse variant. Next up, let's move to my Turtwig. We are Terra Poison. Feel myself having to go back to Terra Poison since I do not have a Poison or a Steel type on my team, so my team gets absolutely screwed by Toxic Spikes. So I feel like I have to run this because I think Skrelp with T-Spikes is so free versus me this week. We have Stockpile, Giga Drain, Synthesis, Earth Power. They can't really break me. If I get that Stockpile boost up, then I get my special defense and defense raised. But I also don't break a couple things on their team. Cacnea, I might not really be able to break. Tarantula as well. If they're like EVI on either of those Pokemon, I don't really break them very well. And the Munchlax at all. Especially if they're set up, I just have to switch out. If they're attacking, like they're like Choice Band and Munchlax, I can actually break through it. I don't think they can do too much. It can't be crit because of shell armor. But yeah, I might just have to switch out on those things. It is what it is. But once that's gone, I mean, really just destroys the rest of their team. So I feel pretty solid about that Pokemon, especially because I do anticipate Sandile to be out of the way early in the game or just not really wanting to come out. Next up is going to be my Tepig. It's my designated lead with the Focus Sash, Flame Charge, Superpower, Stomping Tantrum, and Taunt. If we see the Skrelp lead, I'm just going to taunt it every time. No T-Spikes coming up on my side. I can also click Stomping Tantrum versus stuff like Magnemite or that Skrelp, which does a lot of damage. Superpower is great for the Sandile. I do assume if we see it lead, they're going to be Choice Scarf or they're going to just be like a Suicide Stealth Rock lead. They can be Focus Sash if they want. They can Flame Charge if I assume they're going to be Focus Sash, and then Superpower knocks them out the next turn, which would be really, really great. Means that either they get their rocks up or they bring me down to my stash, so I'll be in a good position no matter what. But if I think that they might be Choice Scarf, then I just Superpower them off the bat. They bring me down to 1 HP. Oh well. Sorry. It means that, I mean, I'll be able to take them out the next turn, so they either get me dead or they get Stealth Rocks up. It is what it is. It can work a decent amount of times here. I mean, also, if this Pokemon survives into the mid-game, a nice Superpower for the Munchlax, Stomping Tantrum or Flame Charge for the rest of the Pokemon on their team, very nice to have it in the back for me. But they do have 2 Terra Water types, which I think both of them might come, and they have triple Waters, so it might not be the best Pokemon to hold on to. And speaking of Pokemon weak to Water, we have our Phanpy as our last Pokemon. Really clutched it up for us last week. That is a huge Pokemon. This week we were running Eviolite on this. Pasho did nothing for us last week, so let's run the Eviolite this time. We get a Trailblaze boost faster than their entire team, and we absolutely crush everything on their team. Knockoff is really great for the couple Eviolite Pokemon, plus that Shuppet would be really, really nice, but I don't want to get Wisped on this guy. Earthquake absolutely destroys most stuff on their team. They can switch into Tarantula or the Cacnea, which may be an issue. I guess maybe even the Bound Sweet too. So those Pokemon can potentially live, but we do a lot of damage to them anyways. And then Ice Shard is just great to be able to pick off stuff like the Choice Scarf Sandile if we do see that, Cacnea, blah, 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 any Terra, Poliwag, or the Oshawott. We should be able to take those guys out. So hopefully we have everything that we need to be able to actually beat Drees. We're 1-1. I can't afford to fall to 2-1. I know Drees is probably thinking the same thing, but with how bad my team is, like, I really need these wins. We don't have an easy schedule on our plate, so hopefully we'll be able to do this. If you guys do enjoy the Little Cup draft content, like I said, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let's get straight to the game. Yo, what's good, everyone? We are here facing off against Drees for week 3 of the LPDL low tier. See, no Magnemite and no Skrelp is really great. Cacnea is there. They have Terra Ice, Poliwag, Terra Fighting, Oshawott. Bound Sweet is there as well. That's quite interesting. Munchlax is super scary, obviously. I mean, what do I want to lead here? The obvious lead is the Hippo to get up hazards. I also like Tepig because we are Focus Sash, so we can deal with something like a Sandile. So I think I'm gonna go with that. And if they go Sandile, I can potentially Flame Charge, or I can just click like Superpower into them, which I really like. So yeah, we'll just go with that. But good luck, have fun to Drees. I'm playing the double European Gauntlet this morning, so it's 8:30 for me. I don't really mind. It's kind of fun. Let's pull up my spread here. Okay, there's a Sandile, which is what I assume we see. Yeah, we do see that. It's interesting because if they're Moxie, so they're probably Choice Scarf. There's no way they're Eviolited. So I'm just gonna Superpower into them here. They're just gonna Stealth Rock. I'm a Superpower. This should probably knock them out, just straight up. Let's see. No, they're Sashed. Okay, that's fine. So we have rocks that we have to deal with. I don't mind it too much. I'm just gonna Flame Charge here. take the K on this Pokemon. I should have Flame Charged that turn, but you know, it is what it is. I can't hate too much. And then if Munchlax ever wants to come out, we taunt it. And I could taunt a couple other things as well. Definitely taunt the Munchlax if they want to come out. But I have no spinner or anything, so I have to deal with these hazards for the whole game. Luckily, it's no T-Spike or anything like that. But do they want to preserve? No, they do not. So that's fine. We're just going to go down to our Sash. Really wishing that I had went for Flame Charge on that first turn. But I assumed, based on the fact that they were not Intimidate, that they were going to be Choice Scarfed with Moxie there. Since they were not Intimidate. But it is what it is. We're just -1 attack. -1 defense as well, which doesn't really matter, I don't think. So let's see what they bring in. Maybe Munchlax to try to start setting up on me. Oshawott. Okay. So this thing is potentially Jet. Jet would make a decent amount of sense here, but we just force it out. Let me see. They don't really get that much to set up on me, right? Substitute maybe. Oshawott. I mean, at -1, I'm not doing very much with superpower, but it would definitely break a sub. I'll go for it. They do just have the Aqua Jet, which is fine. So they get their hazards up, but I get Sandile out of the way early, which is nice. And I kind of like just going out to Turtwig on this turn. And I can threaten them with Giga Drain. They are Terra fighting, but they don't take my hits very well. And I think I'm very free to Terra Poison now. I could even stockpile if I wanted to. The Bounce Suite is one thing that's annoying for me. Let's Terra and stockpile. I'll get my defenses boosted. They might hit me decently hard here, but the worst that they're going to do is knock me off on this turn, which is fine. That's what I'm expecting to see. No, they just flip turn. That's fine too. They have 4 damage with flip. Flip turn. That looks like 0 attack. Actually, with Jet and flip turn. If they're max attack, they would not have done 4. Okay. That's interesting. Maybe more supportive, or maybe they're just special attacking with a Jet and flip turn. But we're going to be +1/+1, so we're going to be in a good position defensively. We can synth up versus them and do whatever we want. We see the Bounce Suite come in. I think this is okay. Let me look at this guy's moveset. I mean, like Rapid Spin, Endeavor sort of stuff could be annoying. They have screens as well. I honestly don't care that much if they go for screens. I think I'm pretty free to just get another stockpile up. We'll see if there's speed invested at all. Man, my throat does not feel good. Let me grab. Oh, they're just going to reflect. That's fine. I'm just going to be +2/+2. And now they have a really hard time breaking through me. This is probably Light Clay. And, I mean, I don't do very much with my Giga Drain here. But it's worth going for once. Just in case they do not go for Light Screen here. They might swap. They might do something. Come on, Bounce Feet. What are you going to do? You get Light Screen, right? Yeah, you do. But this Pokemon's a threat. Especially if I'm Terra Blast. Unfortunately, I'm not. It would have been really nice in this game. But I'm not Terra Blast. They do withdraw, so we get a nice Giga Drain off on something. Oshawott. Oshawott dies. Perfect. That's beautiful. Wow, they're assault vested or EV lighted. That is very, very bulky. I mean, I can get another one up. I can also stockpile again on the knockoff here. I feel like it's just obviously knock. So I'll stockpile once more. It's got to be knock on this turn, right? I mean, I'm going to get myself to +3. They're going to Terra fighting. Yeah, this was the right move. Terra Blast, if they're like max attack, does nothing. They do knock. Okay, the knock does 3. The knock does 3, so they're just like very supportive. And now we're at +3/+3, which is great. No EV light is fine, but I can't be crit. It's gonna be really hard for them to break through. They'll flip turn here. They do another 3, and then I'll get some health back. They probably go out to Bound Suite, try to get a light screen up, which makes sense. I also don't think that they died to another Giga Drain with that Oshawott. They're Eviolite, and they're just like, maybe they're not even Eviolite. Maybe they're just really bulky. Right? If they were just max HP, no, they would have taken more. They got to Munchlax, though. As I do absolutely nothing to them, I have a feeling we're going to see like Curse or something come off here. I really want to go out to Teddy Ursa, just like straight up. And then, you know, Facade looks really strong versus them. Do I die to a +1 body slam? Probably. I mean, I can go out to my Hippo and start chipping him down. I think that's the play. They're very Spadef on that Pokemon, I think. Yeah, we did just basically nothing. We get the sand up, so we're going to start chipping them down as they just go for Protect. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. They're going to take some damage and no more Reflect, which is great. So Body Press is so free versus their team here. I'm just going to go for it. We are faster, and we do a ton of damage to that guy. Their Last Resort. That's fun. That is very fun. I do really want to swap out here. Preserve my Custap for later in the game. I don't know. I think I probably just attack here. Is it 6? Oh no, we're just over 25%. That's beautiful. So we get a free hit off then. That is beautiful, beautiful. We probably see, yeah, the Bound Sweep. This should do a lot though. Should do like 50%. No. So they're like very bulky Fizz Def maybe. I'm just going to go back out to Turtwig. We might see Light Screen or something like that go up, which is totally fine with me. The Munchlax is very, very crippled now, which is great. I can just endure, get myself into Custap range later, as long as the Oshawott is gone, because we do see Reflect go up. And I think we might see Light Screen go up here, which means I kind of want to double. If I double, I'll just assume that this guy's fully Fizz Def. If we go out to Teddy Ursa through Reflect, we're not quite going to be knocking that guy out. I mean, it's a roll, actually, from Max. I do kind of want to double out. I would take some damage, though. Maybe I just try to get some extra chip on them. I'll just Giga Drain. They withdraw, so we're just going to get an attack off on something. Okay, Cacnea comes out. That's fine. It's a good amount of damage. That is definitely a good amount of damage. This Pokemon does have some fun stuff, though. I'm worried about spikes. Spikes absolutely destroy me. And I don't have Terra Blast coverage, right? They can also be like Nasty Plot or Sword Stance. Any of that stuff with Sucker Punch is really bad for me. I do have Ice Shard in the back, right? I have Ice Shard. Okay. I think I just need to attack this guy again. I'm just gonna Giga. We see Bullet Seed. Just 2 per hit. Interesting. And your loaded dice. And you must be max attack adamant. Like you gotta be basically adamant. That's fine with me. I think, what was I at 18 before? I took a net of 5. I think I'm gonna attack again. We might see Sword Stance. We do see Sword Stance, that's fine. They're gonna do a decent bit to me here. But they're so low that Ice Shard knocks them out now. And I might live this. If they hit 4 hits, I'm at 16. I live 4 hits. 5 hits, I think I live as well. Well, let's see. They do 3. Yeah, I would live 5 hits of 3. 3, 4. Okay, they only hit 4, which is great. I would have lived unless they crit me. There's no roll to do 4 damage. So Turtwig gonna pick up that KO on Cacnea. Huge. They might try to feed a KO to the Oshawott here, which is fine by me. I don't mind it. Yeah, that Bolt Seed was doing a lot of damage, man. Maybe they could have hit me that hard. And there was 1 roll to do 4. But still very much in my favor to live that. And we're sitting good against a very good battler too. I'm very happy with how this has gone so far. And I feel really confident that my Teddy Ursa can do a lot of work in this endgame. Everything is pretty chip or just not very defensive. I think we see Oshawott come out here. No, they do not go Oshawott. They go Poliwag. This can get a KO. This will KO me. They might Earth Power me. I'll just Giga Drain. I'll just Giga Drain. Let me die. They're physical, which means they might be Aqua Jet as well. Do they have Aqua Jet? No, they do not get Aqua Jet. Beautiful. So Poliwag, they might just straight up die to Hippo. Earthquake would be really close to knocking them out, and then after Sandstorm it might. I think I just go out into my my Blitzel though, and I Volt Switch. I think that's the play every time. They're not Terra Ground, which I thought they could be. They can be Earth Power, but they seem like they're physical. If they're Adamant, Liquidation does 18 max on 1 roll. I think I just Volt Switch. They can be faster than me if they're Jolly. But if they're Jolly, I never die. So we'll see which one they are. And if they Terra Ice here, they can Ice Beam me. No, they're just gonna straight up liquidate. We live so that we only do 15. Nice. We put them very, very low. Take some of my HP, so I'm dead to rocks. They got a berry. That orange berry makes stuff a little bit tougher, but it just means we go out to Hippo now. And they might think they're in a good position, but I go out to Hippo and I get my my sand up, and I'm in range. So Hippo at 5 is definitely in Custap. And Earthquake is just so free. I could body press here. Would body press knock this guy out? It definitely would. So just in case they swap to Bound Sweep, they might predict that I'm Custap. Let's see, do they swap? Do they? They do not. So we're going to take out the Poliwag. Well, they'll live that, but they'll die to the sand. So it is what it is. It puts me in a fine position anyways. It would have been nice if I lived, but I still got Teddy Ursa, and I have my Hippo. I mean, and my my Dumbo. I think I just go out to Dumbo here. I can Trailblaze versus a couple things on their team, like this Oshawott. I think we only have a little bit of time left. We gotta go. Do I knock you out here? I think with Trailblaze I do. I don't even think I need to though. I'll just EQ on this turn. We're gonna see flip turn. Wow, that does a lot of damage, man. Big crit. That crit matters a ton, actually. I should have definitely Trailblazed, but it's okay. They go out to the Bound Suite. Bound Suite dies to Ice Shard at this range. I think. It might not. I think it does. So we'll go for Shard. Just instant Ice Shard. But with my speed boost from Teddy Ursa, ooh, they live. That Reflect is bad. That Reflect is really bad. I might lose now, thanks to the Reflect, and them living on 1 and getting Reflect. It'll be really close, because the Oshawott comes in. It's gonna take some chip. I think I want to sack off this guy. Like, I feel like you're not gonna knock out my Teddy Ursa. Do we get to see if you're like fighting move or what? What are you? You're just Jet. That's fine. I go out to Teddy Ursa. We're not going to take so much damage from the Sandstorm. I don't have my speed boost yet. So if you're max speed, you outrun me. This is so close, man. What do I do? I think I Trailblaze in case they swap. Their Sacred Sword. I think we die here. We live on 1. I should have Facaded. I definitely should have clicked Facade there. I think I would have brought them in range. Because the stupid Reflect. They withdraw. Yeah, that makes sense. Does Oshawott live a Fampi Ice Shard? Probably. Maybe they were worried about quick attack on that turn. Don't have it. Fampi, oh, I mean, they just Aqua Jet me, right? I think they knock out my Fampi. They definitely do. Oshawott, Terra Fighting. So the Ice Shard would do a decent bit more. I don't know, man. I think we lose. Oshawott, don't do it to me. I take rocks. The battle's over. I lose. I don't know what actually would have happened there. We're gonna have to talk that one out on the last turn. Oh man. Well, no matter what, I hope you guys did enjoy that battle. That's a crazy one, man. I wonder if their Oshawott was max speed or if they were Eviolite, which I thought they were. They probably lived my shard. But yeah, I don't know. It looked like it was like if there was no reflect, I definitely would have knocked them out there. I don't know. I think I lose that one. I think they end up getting that KO with Oshawott. Damn, that's a really, really close one, man. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you do, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.